bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, yay-da-day-da-day-day, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, yay-da-day-da-day-day, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam.
Shabbat Shalom, Cantor.
Shabbat shalom, rabbis.
8 feet away. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom to you who have joined us once again for our Shabbat services. If you'd like to follow in the prayer book, they are online. Our Friday night service can be found at our website, through our YouTube channel. We also posted it, both Cantor and me and Rabbi, to our Facebook live streams as you're following that. Any of these venues to get to our services, and you can join together. Hey, wish someone a Shabbat Shalom that you see that's watching, whether in the chat on YouTube or on Facebook Live. As we begin, Shalom Aleichem, as we welcome one another together on page 10 of our prayer books.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Cantor's back and getting traditional on us as well. It's nice that Cantor is past her time of quarantine, is healthy and well, and is back enjoying Shabbat with us, bringing beautiful music. Thank you to Gary Cooper, who sang last week, and Nathan Moskowitz, who sang 2 weeks ago and helped make our services special. So whether you're maybe sitting at a Shabbat dinner table and the service is being broadcast simultaneously, or you're on a couch, you're relaxing, or in a comfortable chair, wherever you find yourself, as far away as I see Oregon or Hawaii or St. Louis. Hi, Mom and Dad. Wherever you might be, let's give ourselves pause. Some have asked, what makes Shabbat different? If every day when we're sheltering at home, when we're staying safe, is sort of the same. Every night seems similar. How do we create something that's unique and special for us on Shabbat? It's all about intentionality. It's about watching a service. It's about noticing a little more keenly that which is our blessing. Sometimes we are drawn to a Shabbat service to remember, for Yortzeit, to honor loved ones. And as important as that is, it's equally as important for us to recognize our own blessings here and now at this very moment. So if you're comfortable doing, in the intimacy of your home, close your eyes. Let's set that perspective now. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Breathe in God's gift to each and every one of us, and breathe out our gift to this very world. Noticing that which truly is. The radiance of a day filled with sunlight that we felt on this day of spring. Moments where we gave ourselves a chance to engage our minds with reading something new, studying something that we found interesting. Maybe reaching out and connecting with an old friend we hadn't talked to in a while, through a Zoom conference, or a FaceTime, or a phone call, or even a text. How we found blessings, even in the midst of these challenging times and these difficulties. These blessings that we've been given, that truly are ours to embrace.
Every breath, each life, each spark, every light that emerges from every dark, this body, this voice, this energy, I just opened my eyes, it was granted to me, given this space, given this time, given to all, uniquely mine. There is a love song of taking and giving, a singing and dancing in rhythm with all that is living. It's breathing out and breathing in, a life that is taken and granted again and again. Given this space, given this time, given to all, uniquely mine. Given this space, given this time, given to all, uniquely mine.
And intentionality is up to us. What we create just with our very breath in this moment. I ask you on Shabbat, on this day, to pause and recognize that which has blessed you. That which you can truly give thanks for. A connection you've made, a warmth you felt. The goodness that is still a part of our world. A story that resonates, that truly brings hope. And also recognize what you have done that's been a blessing, what you have shared with others that's been good as well, that you exude in our world, that you make even more special, and how you bring light into our world. In doing that, you'll make this moment Shabbat. Yes, Shabbat will happen as the sun sets, as we say our prayers, but you for yourself will make it Kaddish. You'll make it holy. And in feeling that, you'll be part of our community too.
given this space, given this time, given to all, uniquely mine, given this space, given this time, given to all, uniquely mine.
And so now that we're together as a community, we've reached out, maybe welcome someone who we notice is watching as well. So if you'd like, you can rise and turn to page 20 of our prayer books for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 אשר בדברו מריב ערבים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בדברו מריב
You have created the day and night. Even though you cause the day to disappear and you bring on night, you developed a separation, distinction one from the other. We call you ruler of the universe, but you are our living God. May you create understanding among us, so we might never take nature for granted. Praise are you, our Creator, who causes night to fall.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro mariv aravim.
And as together we recite the watchword of our faith, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
And on page 23, these eternal words have been a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path.
Faith and choice bring understanding to the soul and sensitivity to the heart.
In all times and places, our God has been a part of our lives. Faith has been our rock and our help. We witnessed God's wonders when we went free from Egypt.
When slavery's chains were broken, we witnessed it.
May those who have the faith to believe also have the wisdom to be kind. O God, in whom we have all hope, we glorify your name now, as our people have praised you throughout history. Turn to page 25 of our prayer books for the Amidah, our central prayers of worship. And take a moment of silent meditation, either following the words in our prayer books or those our hearts might prompt.
תפתחו פי יגיד תהילתך. Eternal God, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מושיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
You are holy, and your name is holy, and we sing your praises every day. Praised are you, the holy God. Please be seated.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamitenu malkeinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamitenu malkeinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamitenu malkeinu l'chaim.
Let us lie down in peace, O God, and permit us to wake up in the security of knowing that we are safe and loved. Be a shield around us and keep enemies, disease, violence, homelessness, and hunger far away from those we love. Keep us safe in the shadow of your wings, for you are our protector. You show compassion and mercy when you permit us the experience of seeing the shelter of your peace. Give to your people Israel and the world a time of peace.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
As Israel has preserved the Sabbath, so the Sabbath has preserved Israel. It is an everlasting covenant between God and the children of Israel. It is a reminder of creation. For in 6 days God created the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day God sanctified all life with rest.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדום לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדום לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Blessed is the eternal God, the source of peace. Today is Shabbat, one day that we have during our week to slow down, to take some time for ourselves, to celebrate our world and creation. We invite you to take a moment to pause and to look within, to meditate on your thoughts, to connect with your mind, your body, and with God. As you listen to the sound of the guitar and cantors humming, focus on your breath. Breathe in, slowly inhaling through your nose, and exhale. Exhale through your mouth. Continue to focus on your breathing. If it helps, hum along with cantor. The words, she sings Olam Chesed Yibaneh. A world that is built with love and kindness. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. We will build our world with kindness. In your mind, picture what a world filled with kindness would look like. Even in these times of social distancing and more time alone in our homes or with family in our homes. We still have opportunities to share goodness, to share kindness. Picture in your mind something somebody's done for you. How they've shared that goodness they've shared something kind with you in these past few weeks. How did it make you feel? Picture now something that you can do for others. How you can reach out. How you can do for others. What kindness, what goodness, what chesed can you share? Who can you share it with? Who might need that extra special touch that might not have experienced it? Who haven't had a chance to receive those feelings that you've experienced recently? Olam chesed yibaneh. We will build our world with kindness, with love. This week, this day, as we celebrate Shabbat, we can build that world. We can do something in these next 24, 25 hours to share goodness, to bring it out into our world, and help make this a Shabbat Shalom, a Sabbath of peace and of completeness. Olam chesed yibaneh. Through these acts, through this goodness, we will build our world with love.
I will build this world from love. Yadadai, 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 and you must build this world from love. Yadadai, yadadai, yadadai. And if we build this world from love, yadadai, then God will build this world from love. Olam chesed, olam chesed yibaneh.
As we build our world with love, we also take a moment to think of friends and family in our community who could use that love, who could also use a refuah shlema, a healing of mind, of body, and of spirit. And we rise together as we take the Torah out of our life, out of the ark, hoping that it continues to give us and our loved ones that strength. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel, hu yivarech et hacholim. Merciful God, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, send your blessings to our loved ones who are stricken with illness or anxiety.
May the source of strength who blessed the ones before
This week, we think of Alyssa Ayudo, Carol Binder, Eugene Blakeman, Joe Bussell, Pat Carey, Karen Kasman, Bill Cooperstock, Lisa Dorff, Miriam Farber, Gary Fishman, Paul Fulton, Adele Gaba Band, Joe Gilbert, Howard Goldberg, Paul Goldberg, Charles Gross, Andrew Halo, Crystal Halo, Helen Harris, Hank Heiser, Batia Batbeshia Panina, Jerry Hoffman, Harriet Hoffman, Vera Hopkins Gordon, Rebecca Horn, Sarah Jacobson, Michael Kahn, Rick Kornspan, Yvonne Krasny, Henry Leopold, Nancy Levine, Zoe Marcus, Beth Margolin, Joyce Meza, Ellie Meisler, Deborah Mursky, Scott Miles, Ian Nordan, Lori Nosenchuk, Rabbi Robert Nosenchuk, Eric Perez, Leslie Pillings, Sarah Pomerantz, Miriam Leah Batdanel Esther, Alan Rosen, Marcy Rosenbaum, Stuart Rotman, the St. Amand family, Ernest Schoen, Amy Selmanoff, Sonia Sklar, Fran Sunny, Evelyn Soroka, Toby Stein, Stephen Stillwater, Chaim Shmuel Ben Noach, Kochav Ben Noach, Sherry Weiner, Loretta Ziegelman, the 25,095 American troops who have been injured in Iraq and Afghanistan to date, all those battling coronavirus both at home and in hospitals, and all the names in our hearts.
Add to our prayers of healing in the presence of a Torah an additional prayer, that for those who bring healing into our midst. May the one who's blessed our ancestors bless all who put themselves at risk to care for the sick. Physicians and nurses and orderlies, technicians and home health aides, EMTs and pharmacists, hospital social workers and respiratory therapists. Bless those who continue to go above and beyond, those working daily in our grocery stores, those who drive medical supplies to our homes, delivering necessities to our families, cooking meals for so many, everyone who puts the needs of others above their own, navigating the unfolding dangers of our world every day, tending to those who have sworn to help. Bless them, God, in their coming home, and bless them in their going out. Ease their fear and sustain them. Source of all breath, healer of beings, protect them, restore their hope. Strengthen them that they may bring strength. Keep them in health that they may bring healing. Help them know again a time when they can breathe without fear. Bless the sacred work of their hands. And may this plague pass from among us speedily and in our days. And
Amen.
let us say, Amen.
We'll continue with our prayers of adoration. So we join together in the words of the Aleinu on page 41.
Aleinu l'shveach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי
O God, who heals up the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds, give comfort to those who mourn. Give them courage and strength, compassion and kindness, and restore to them a sense of life's goodness. Give them the ability to accept the mystery of life, and let them soon know peace. Help them endure that which no one can understand, and let us say, Amen. In this Shabbat, we think of those friends and family who have been taken from us in these most recent days, whose Shiva and Shloshim we mark. Representative Isaac Robinson, Carol Metzger, Helen Harris, Rosa Ernstein, Jeannie Feinstein Potash, Elise Rollins, Jack Bacalar, Leslie Leiter, Robert Fenton, Hillary Tarr, Irvin Kessler, Pam Vicky Gottlieb, Irene Kleinbard, Melvin Mintz, Bruce Early, as well as those whose Shana we mark, Jason Poland, Stephen Averbach, and the 2,420 Americans in our armed forces lost in Afghanistan and the surrounding areas to date. And to their names, we add those whose yahrzeits we mark, those of whose anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate. Marvin Barkin, Alvin Barnett, Rachel Carrick, Lawrence Chadwick, Elizabeth Clamage, Ethel Coleman, Leo Cooper, Morris Irving Cooper, Arlene Cummins, Robert Cutler, Francis Davis, Sophie Eisenberg, Harry Eisenstein, Ethel Cohen Elson, Victor Finn, Ethel Fisher, Ann Fogel, Ruth Lambert Frank, Rose Fridson, Bernice Friedman, Albert Fruman, Shirley Gamsu, Gerson Garbiel, Ruth Garber, Rose Glazer, Perry Gold, Herbert Goldberg, Morris Goldberg, Harvey Jaslov, Ida Junker, Irene Francis Cash, Dorothy Kasmer, Martin Leschman, Harry Levinson, Joel Lubin, Irving Mannheimer, Gerald Manco, J. Allen Markowitz, Anthony Meisner, Ruth Miller, Irma Mogul, Gia Negabor, Shoshana Rival, Al Rowan, Jerry Rosen, Marilyn Rosner, Sella Rubenstein, Eddie Reich, Fred Safran, Wendy Schaefer, Robert Schechter, Sander Burton Schiff, Betty Shore Singer, Edith Snyder, Marshall Stillman, Judith Erden, Ruth Volker, Jerry Warshawski, Dora Weisstein, Bernice Wolf, Fred Zeidman, along with all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Do we join together as one family, as one community, in the immortal words of the Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 46 of our prayer books. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'amlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei v'kurusha v'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, chushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, Huya se shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. With the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, comfort to all the bereaved among us here and everywhere, as together we say, amen.
Useh shalom b'mramav, Huya se shalom aleinu שלום במרומה הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן יעשה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל 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 יעשה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
What? Oh, yeah.
Shabbat
So,
shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Cantor, Rabbi,
shalom,
for
everybody.
all those enjoying our tefillah online. Let me just get us up to speed here. You can throw a Tish question out and a couple that have already been asked about purchasing our prayer books so that you don't have to follow online. We only have enough hard-bound prayer books for our sanctuary at this moment, but it's a good challenge that you've given us, and maybe we can have some that we can offer to the community that you could have in your homes rather than having to follow along online digitally. In addition, the prayer for the healers, Nicole asked about that, and it's Rabbi Ayelet Cohen who penned that, and we actually added a few extra lines to her prayer that we found meaningful. And for those who shot me a message on Facebook, I'll drop that to you as well if you'd like a copy of it too. Other Tish questions. You're welcome, Steve Chadwick. Thank you for staying home and being safe. We appreciate that shout out there. What specifically makes wine kosher? If you can't get kosher wine this year, will any Cab or Chardonnay work, or should we substitute tequila? Thank you very much. No, tequila is not fruit of the vine. Chardonnay is not something I'd recommend drinking. Another Cab, if it's good, well. What makes wine kosher, Rabbi?
So traditionally, what makes wine kosher is that it's from the moment of harvesting the grapes all the way to the serving, that there's been somebody that's been observing it and making sure that the process is the words that I'm looking for, has done properly. Not that anybody can't pick a grape. However, a long time ago, there were pagans that would take grapes and would worship false idols or gods, and they would take a tithing of it and would offer that up to one of their deities. And so, in order to make sure that wine is kosher, traditionally a Jewish person has to pick it, and a Jewish person has to process it in the vineyard all the way through the cask, and then to serve it as well. So there's somebody that puts a stamp of approval or a hechsher on it, and that's what makes it kosher. There are some products, like for those of you that grew up on Manischewitz, and as we think of that as we celebrate Passover for the first night on Wednesday, that there's the Manischewitz wine is actually something that's very sweet. And the reason is because the grapes and the juice has actually been boiled, and sugar has been added to it. And that's one way of skipping some steps to make sure that it wasn't completely overseen by Jews, but that the boiling of it would void or make null any gifts to deities that were out there.
Yeah,
So
because
it's a magical process.
Because the deities would never want that disgusting wine. And, you know, Rabbi and me have spoken about this at length this week as observing Pesach. The most important thing is to recognize it as Passover, to create something that's unique and special in your home. Obviously, we can't gather in a large group around a Seder table, so you do it remotely, whether with us on our platform or with friends and family on your own. And we've said specifically, you shouldn't be rushing out to the store repeated times to go and get a shank bone or whatever oddity it is that we need for Pesach. While that traditionally is important for the holiday, cut out a picture of it or draw a picture of it or do something in that way. We don't want to put anyone at jeopardy because of their preparation for the holiday. So the same thing for me would go with the wine that you'd have on this holiday. And so that's why people would say the idea of special Pesach wine or kosher Pesach wine. I believe that the idea of why we raise 4 glasses is the priority. Fruit of the vine, not tequila. Eric Mintz and Gary Grossman, but the idea of having the wine is the message there. A couple other quick questions.
Well, so speaking of Passover for a moment, just to share different opportunities for you. For those that are interested in joining together for Seders, on the first night, our community, the clergy in our community, have put together a first night Seder that's going to be recorded so that you can pull up your computer and watch it from home and have somebody lead a Seder for you if you would like. And if you're interested in that, all you have to do is call the office and on Monday morning, and we'll be able to share the contact or the link to be able to get that. For those that are interested in being a part of the Temple Shir Shalom Seder on the second night of Passover, again, all you have to do is call the office or email Audrey, Audrey, at shirshalom.org, and she will send you the link, and we are going to be having a second night community Seder that'll be participatory, fun, engaging, at 6 o'clock on Thursday night. That'll be over a Zoom platform so that you can be a part of that as well. The other option, if you want to host your own Seder dining room and you need a little bit of help, let us know. We're happy to help try and organize that for you as well.
A couple other quick Tish questions. I'm not going to be able to get to them all. I love that there are so many on there as well. First of all, Josh Sherbin, so nice you're watching on your birthday. A shout out to Josh Sherbin on his birthday. Woohoo! We're not going to sing right now. Nomi Merkin, is there a special prayer we say when we're in fear? Often a psalm is read, specifically, sometimes 121st Psalm. I lift my eyes to the mountains. What's the source of my help? My help comes from God, maker of heaven and earth. The idea of reaching to God when we're in fear. Also, a Birkat Gomel, a blessing you say when you've overcome something that may have caused fear as well at a time like that. But we can go into that a little more too. Adding mental health professionals to our prayer for the healers, great idea, really important for us to do. Is there adult ed on Tuesday night, April 14th at 7 p.m., our monthly class that meets together with Rabbi and me. We didn't do it this month, Sue Gertner, for Pesach because of Passover. We did it last month during Purim, but we may be adding, since we all have a little more time during our days, some additional adult ed classes. So watch your Shir Shalom emails that you get, and I will also make an announcement. A lot of people have been having their Shir Shalom emails pulled out by junk mail, even though it's not junk mail, obviously. It's really important stuff you should be reading about and hearing about. So check your junk mail folders. I have found that my messages from Temple Shir Shalom got into the junk mail. Is that some kind of weird message? I don't know. But with that in mind, we give thanks for our moments of time in Shabbat and the light we bring into this world by lighting our Shabbos candles. Join with Cantor over the sweetness of life, the joy of Shabbat, as we join together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim to that as well. Hey, another nice question as we get ready for our final blessing, our final prayer. what else can you do to help other people at this time? So we've raised money and been able to distribute food to hundreds of families with the help of Rabbi Daniel and Allison Parr and her family, and a lot of us who contributed and schlepped and bagged groceries, and that's great. Our phone brigade now has been calling those who are a little older in our congregation and trying to get through as many people we connect with as possible. Is there more we can do is the question from Evan Klein, and yes, there is more you can do. One, go out of your way to call someone else who you might not have thought of yet and reach out to them and help out as well. We'll give you more names of people you can call. Rabbi, to add to that?
To add to that, if anybody's interested and able to, there are a number of members of our community who are a little bit more vulnerable and who are staying home, as all of us should be. But they are looking for a few people to help them purchase groceries. So if you're somebody that would like to pick up and deliver groceries for somebody, feel free to give me a call at Temple or to email me, and I can make sure to connect you with a family or individual.
We give thanks for our community, as far apart as we may be physically, but as spiritually connected as we feel on this Shabbat together. May God bless us, may God protect us.
May God's countenance shine upon you, and may God shine through you.
May God always be a part of who we are as individuals and as a community, giving us all of our hopes, all of our dreams. Blessing us with health, strength, with nachas, from joy from those around us, with parnasa success in our connections with one another, and with shalom, with peace. May we say, Amen.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.